Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 10 of Relatively Chaotic with your three favorite cousins, Austin, Danielle, and Haley. It's been a little bit of a break since the last time we chatted. There's been a lot going on in the last couple of weeks, so we just missed recording last week. Would anyone like to give us an update on their life since the last time we chatted?
Danielle has so many things to update us on. What do you got, Danielle?
Danielle does.
Do I really? I don't feel like I do. I stepped on my cat and threw out my back. Other than that, I haven't done anything.
Let's start
I'm
with the
sitting
cat.
on a hating bed still
She's
currently.
been drugged up.
Oh no.
Yes. I love
How
muscle
long ago?
relaxers. They're a good time.
How long ago did you throw out your back, Danielle?
6 days. Oh,
Oh my God.
it's better every day. I just overdid it on Friday. I was like, I feel better, and then I did laundry, and then I didn't feel better, so I needed to chill out. But yeah, other than that, the cat's fine, so that's good.
Made sure you
That's
save the cat, right?
yes, at my own risk, but that's okay. Other than that, I don't feel like I've done anything. I haven't wanted to leave my house. I've been horizontal on a heating pad at every opportunity. So exciting stuff going on over here. I did see
I
the
do
Devil
have a
Wears
question
Prada
for you.
too,
Oh. How did
so
you feel
that's
about that
exciting.
movie? Did you like it?
I did like it. They didn't focus like all on nostalgia. So it was very well thought out and like they did character development. It could have stood like on its own as a movie, but they did do callbacks to the original movie. So I did. I enjoyed it a lot. But what was your
Nice. Nice.
question?
So my actual question was going to be, and maybe you are saving this for our next segment, but have you listened to the Shaka Khan album, aka Noah Khan, and what did you think, if you did?
I was saving that. I've listened to that one and the Casey Musgraves, I cannot speak,
Oh, yeah.
new albums, and I really like them both. I had to take a pause on Noah because I was like, this is
Yeah.
depressing. Like I need to be like outside
Yes.
walking when I do this, and I can't. So we were gonna wait until I could like force myself into some sunshine and not lay around in the house and listen to that because it was really good, but
Yeah.
also
That's what
woof.
so I've been wanting to listen to it, but because I have seen from various reactions across TikTok that it's really sad, I decided to wait
It is.
until I was in a little bit of a happier place to expose myself to that.
I have a
Yeah, I
question.
think
Yes, Austin. What's your
Thank you.
question?
Was the last time we talked about Shaka Khan when they were going to release a single and this is the whole album? Is that how we got to
Yes.
this place? Okay.
likely.
I haven't.
Yes.
Okay, great. I just haven't been tracking the movements. Though, I will say, since we've started talking about Shaka Khan, I have now encountered at least one other person who listens to that music, and my impression is that all Shaka Khan music is sad. Is that correct?
Can confirm.
Yeah.
This is why I don't listen to it. Okay, got it.
Yeah. It's very catchy. Like he's a great lyricist. But yes, I do believe it leans into sadder topics.
Yeah.
But that's just how he feels. So
Hey,
let him
He
feel his feelings.
he did do a what is it, like the Little Desk, like the NPR concert, and he left a bottle of Lexapro, so he's certified sad. We love that for him. And then he also was wanting he also said that he like thinks sad songs make him feel connected to other people, not necessarily sad. And I was like,
Sure.
oh, I totally relate to that. So I was like, that's why he's making them.
fascinating.
I love a sad
Well,
song. But yes, I was
every
like,
time
I
we
do probably need to leave my house before I dive back into that album.
every time we get together, I learn more about Shaka Khan, and here we are.
Um, Also, Casey Musgraves' Mexico Honey is my bop this week.
Yeah, you sent me that link. I just was so busy today, I didn't get a chance to listen to it. But I do love Casey Musgrave, so her album is on my list.
It's a good time. But
I
that's
love that
me.
she did a song with Miranda Lambert, who apparently
I
she's been in like
know.
a mini feud with for years.
Beef.
And it's called Horses and Divorces, and I love that. So I've listened to it a few times, and it's great. It's very catchy.
the whole album is like poppy, but it's like actually kind of sad too. Like, I don't know, there's a lot going on, but
Mm,
it's really good. But what's new with you guys?
Austin, and what's new with you? I saw that you were recently on a grand adventure to Disneyland, which looked super fun. And I decided that at some point we have to, 'cause since I've never been to California, we have to come and visit you and go to Disneyland one of these days.
Yes, I will be your master tour guide. I have
Yeah.
the park on lock. We can get it done in a weekend if you'd like, or we can spend more time. There will be outfits. There will be food. There will
I
be
expect nothing
adventure.
less.
Thank you. And California time.
Visiting you. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been. So, and I've been to Disney World a few times. So I've added that to my list of things I've decided we have to do.
Yes. Okay, great. Speaking of Disney, let me back up real quick. Is Miranda Lambert on the Frozen 2 album?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Are you
I
sure?
can
There's
Google
someone
this.
who does a cover of one of the songs, and it's a pop artist, and it's a woman. Uh-oh, we're triggered.
That must have been Danielle. That Google, it really likes us there.
She scares me. Okay.
I think it's the cover to the Mom song. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's Casey Musgraves. Who are we talking about?
You said Miranda
Well,
Lambert.
Yeah, you said Miranda Lambert.
A tomato potato. I was getting conflated. Never mind. I was thinking of the other one. Okay, but yeah, Disneyland was fun. I actually got a slight sunburn on my face last week.
Ooh.
That was unexpected.
Didn't wear your sunscreen.
That is so true. But
Fisk.
it went away fine. But I was in California for a whole week. Really like 10 days. So after the crazy April that I had, it was a very nice escape, even though Disneyland is its own like activity. It's like, can be an active escape. But yeah, it was needed. I definitely noticed myself feeling a bit refreshed when I got back into town last night. But yeah, a bunch of Dancer. There's like a interesting intersection between Dancer and Disney, and those are the people I met up with while I was away. And kind of got like some early May the 4th be with you celebrations done. So that was fun.
Very exciting.
I have a question.
But I'm so ready.
Would you consider yourself a Disney adult?
I think the correct term is a Disney gay. And I am would identify as that. Yeah, a late in life Disney gay, I think, would be the like most accurate description. My previous partner, Ricky, fully transitioned me into a like Disneyland fan, and it has been a downward spiral since then, because I discovered a portion of my dance community also is into Disney. It's another way to connect and adventure and be amidst the magic.
So yes, then okay.
I'll also say, as a final note, as someone who tends to be a bit of a workaholic, work prone, I don't know how you want to say it, it is a more consistent way that I take a break. Otherwise, I really don't plan for vacation. I just plan for like dance adventure or family adventure or work adventure. So I will say it's given a little bit more balance, even if it's an expensive one. But
for sure. It did look like you guys had a blast. So that's why I was like, oh, gotta go visit Austin someday when he does that.
Please
What's
do.
your favorite part about Disneyland?
Well, that's a good question. What is my favorite part? I'm really a vibe king. I think when I walk around the park, I'm usually bopping between where's the next place I want to eat. This is really how I travel, though. I feel like we've talked about this before. Where's the next place I want to eat? And if I'm not eating something, where can I just escape? So, like this Galaxy's Edge is pretty immersive, and they did a really great job with that. So, bopping over there is nice. I also have no patience for lines. So, again, I'm just vibing between places that I don't have to really wait around. Food and vibe.
I feel that. I also love food and hate lines. So one additional reason why we travel so well together.
What about you, Haley? Anything new on your front?
Yeah, so we last week had a sad week. I kind of jinxed myself in the last episode where I was like, hopefully nothing sad happens, but we had to put down one of our dogs last week.
Uh-oh.
So that was hard. It was the big guy, Hatcher. He was 11, and his back legs just kind of stopped working. He weighed 116 pounds, so you can imagine if they can't walk very well, that becomes a problem. So he was so happy, but there was that like quality of life question there. So he kind of fell and hurt his legs, and then we took him in to the vet on Friday, and the vet was like, well, maybe if we give him this medicine, like it will help like convince his body to heal. So we gave him the weekend, and by Sunday it was like, I think this is it's time. So that was really sad. That was last week. And then this weekend we were super busy. Sophia had her prom. So she had a really good time there. She went with some of her friends. She went to after prom. She didn't get home till like 4 o'clock in the morning. But had a really great time. And then my niece's confirmation was on Sunday. So that was really fun to see. So they are Lutheran and we were raised Catholic. So just to see the difference in the church service and how they handle confirmation. And then afterwards, I was talking to my sister-in-law and her friend who were both raised Lutheran. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, you do typically like first communion and confirmation around the same time, which is not how Catholics do it. So I was asking a lot of questions and she's like, yeah, usually I think, and they can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think what they said was, so you do it the same year and it's like a 3-year process to get them ready for this. But you do first communion on Wednesday. No, sorry. You do first communion on Monday and then you do confirmation on Thursday. So like they do it during the week.
Oh.
And she was like, when do you do it? And I was like, we do it on Sunday. Catholics are not coming in on their day off. Okay. Like, no, everything happens. You go to your religious ed class at whatever day of the week is your assigned day. And then you come in on Sunday. Like nobody is coming in extra if they don't have to. And then she made a joke that, yeah, Catholics do their first communion so early because they want to start their kids drinking young. And I'm like, well,
God.
You're not wrong. Got to prepare them for life as a Catholic. So it was really fun to see some people like that we haven't seen in a while. We've just been so busy that we don't always get to see like her family as much as we did when the kids were young. So her family's all really nice. And yeah, it was a long, bad week, but led into a good weekend. So that is the updates from me.
It's funny, I just talked to one of my friends who I went to like Catholic school with growing up. She married a Lutheran, converted, and her daughter is starting like all of this super young. And she's like, weird, one, because it's like a whole different age and process. B, I don't want to come in on a Wednesday. So I feel like that is true because she was like, this is wild. This is wild behavior. And I was like, I mean, it's just different than what you're used to. So, but yeah, it'd be weird to come into church on a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's not Holy Week. I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, the obviously the service was very different as well. Like, I don't know if this is true for all Lutheran churches, but at least the church that they're attending currently, it's not as formal. So, the service itself was more laid back and nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I'm used to. And then like right before the service started, my brother came up and he's like, oh, I'm her godmother. So he's like, oh, by the way, like you have to do something. And I'm like, okay, that's new. Like Catholics, we don't do that. Like you have a sponsor that like stays with you for like all of the lessons and everything. And they stand up with you on the day of your confirmation. And at this one, at this service, at least, like at the moment when like the pastor blesses her or whatever he does, like the parents and the godparents come up or like the sponsors, like you literally just put your hand on her or whatever. But so that's also something different. But it was really funny because my brother was like, he warned me about this before service, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna wait and see when her godfather, Chris, Megan's brother, goes up, and when he goes up, like I'll just follow him. Not a problem. Well, the first kid went up and my mom turned around and she started like, you have to go, like the sponsors have to go. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know this kid. I am not going to put my hands on some kid I've never met. with parents I've never met. So that was really funny because she was like, you have to go right now. You're going to miss it. And I'm like, first of all, this is a very small church. There's like 60 people tops in this room. I'm not going to miss it. I walk fast. Like I can make it up to the front, but also not the right kid. So that was really funny. And then when it was Anna's turn, I did go up there and it was fine. But yeah, it was just interesting to see all the little differences between them. But I'm like, yeah, no, Catholics not coming in on their day off. They're strictly Sunday is God's day. So that was funny.
I have a question, not about this topic. Hard pivot.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know. Well, I saw pictures on Facebook and of what you mentioned about Sophia going to prom.
Yeah.
And I saw that it looked like she wore your prom dress. Is that right?
Yeah, she wore the same dress that I wore to my senior prom.
How did that
My
come
mom
about?
was getting rid of like dresses, and when she tried it on, she really liked it. And I was like, hey, if you want to wear this, you can. No pressure. I'll buy you a dress if you want me to. But she really liked it, so she ended up wearing it.
That's great.
And then she wore the necklace and earrings that she wore were from great grandma Louie. So she had a little bit of grandma with her there as well.
I love that.
And then my mom like had to like take it in and had like she added like these sparkly things on the back of her dress.
That's sweet. She looked beautiful. I like that color on her. It was a pretty dress.
Yeah, so my sister-in-law did her hair, so she had a little bit of all of us with her this weekend.
Not to beat this fish by the fin, but what's the oldest dress that you two have? I'm curious to know at this point.
The oldest dress?
Yeah. Like, do you like, because it sounds like that prom dress would be an example of something that is like hung around for a long time. And a lot of times I guess I don't know how common it is to only wear a dress once these days as like a thing. So do you guys have some like pretty aged dresses in your closet?
Other than that, I don't. I mean, just life changes. I've filtered twice a year I go through my closet and I get rid of things that I don't wear. So that's definitely the oldest thing I've got in my closet.
What about you, Danielle?
Fashion is cyclical. I don't get rid of things. I have a dress that was my mom's in the 90s. It's just like a little black dress.
Oh,
I guess now that you mentioned that, I do also have a little black dress of my mom's from the 90s that I wore to Grandma's funeral. So technically, I do have that. It's just not mine, I guess.
That's weird that you mentioned that, because I also
I was
have a
gonna
little black
say,
dress.
I commandeered it. It's mine.
Did you steal a little black dress from your mom, Austin?
That's exactly right. No. Okay, cool. Interesting. I've learned something new.
Wonderful. Well, if we don't have any more life updates, we're going to move into, maybe I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but we're going to restructure things a little bit so that it flows more naturally with the conversations that we have. So we're going to move into a new segment of our day called What Are You Obsessed With? Who has something that they're super obsessed with that they want to tell us all about? Danielle, I know you do. We talked about it, I think, kind of briefly.
10 out of 10.
What? Oh, got it.
What did we talk about? The Casey Musgraves?
Well,
like,
no,
album?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much more to say about it, but I'm obsessed. I've been listening on repeat. It's spring, so I'm obsessed with having my windows open all the time and buying myself some fresh flowers. I have been making sourdough again, so I made myself a chai loaf. Instead of water, I made chai tea and then I dumped it in to the dough, and it's really good. And I got like a butter pecan smear to go on it, so I have that for breakfast with like strawberries, and it's bomb. So that's what I'm obsessed with right now. Simple pleasures.
Delicious. Yeah. Awesome. What are you obsessed with right now?
I have two, and they're kind of like dramatically different from
Love that.
One is where the front door I see. Sorry, I was just double checking what the song was called because I thought I was going to butcher it. But the song Runway by Lady Gaga and Doechii, I'm obsessed with, and that was, I think, premiered ahead of Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
It's
So I
good.
listened to that a lot over the last week. It's just, yes, it's good. It's good. The other thing, ooh, just went right out of my head. What was the other thing?
The opposite.
Yeah, what's the opposite of Lady Gaga and
Oh,
Doechii?
AI. That's what it is. So, well, AI as a general theme in my life is definitely something that I see intersecting everything I do more and more. But namely, I'm obsessed with Facebook's profile animation feature that they recently added because sometimes it's like, oh, cool, you animated uh like a picture of mine and simply it looks like a simple adjustment. And sometimes you give it a picture and it like wilds. For example, just today, so went to Disneyland. They give you pictures and sometimes they'll do like a magic shot, which is where like they add a character in. And they did a magic shot. This is related, I promise. They did a magic shot where it's like me and a group of my friends, and we look like we're there using the Force. And then Baby Yoda is over there also using the Force, and we're all just like pulling this macaroon over to Baby Yoda. So that's the picture. I fed that to the AI for Facebook just because I was like, I wonder if it will move the macaroon for me. It did move the macaroon, however it plays and it's like a moment that Baby Yoda's there and then Baby Yoda turns around and it's a dog and the dog is like walks away. I just love the chaos that AI did sometimes bring. I had it reverted again and suddenly there was like 3 dogs running around. It was very crazy.
That's so funny. I don't think the Force works like that, but
It
love
was
that for Yoda, I guess.
hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's so overstimulating, I feel like. That's funny.
Did I ever send you guys the AI version it did of me? It was like me, I was in a dancer pose and I did it and it like essentially had me turn around, but like only my neck. So I was like an owl.
Yes, you
Yes.
did. It was very upsetting.
It's so funny. I think you also sent us one where like it did the same thing where it like turned you around, but it like put your hair like in a
Oh
buzz,
yeah,
like man
surprise
bun
bun.
thing. Yeah, it was crazy.
Hilarious.
They're so funny.
I don't support AI in all contexts, but the
Fair.
chaos that it can bring sometimes gives me life, and that is why I'm obsessed with it.
That's funny.
That
That's
is funny
funny.
you say it's the opposite because literally in the Devil Wears Prada, they have like a whole thing at the beginning about how AI is like not great for like artistry and things like that. So it is
Oh, sure.
definitely opposite if you're going Devil Wears Prada vibes there.
Interesting. Yeah, I really want to see that movie, but I have not yet, so gonna get on it.
Yeah, a
I've
lot of my friends went over the weekend, but since Sophia had prom, I had to miss it. So I'm gonna add it to my list.
follow-up question for Haley goes. Do you like Doechii? I know you like Lady Gaga, and I know you're like more of a art pop dance music fella.
You know, you always ask insightful questions, Danielle. And what I would say is, yes, I love Doechii. Actually, I feel like I only discovered Doechii in this last year, and I've continued to accrue songs that I thoroughly enjoy. I've been meaning to do like a whole discography like work through, but I just haven't yet. I think it like parallels an increase in affection I have for like house music. So
Mm. Can I make a suggestion of a song that I'm obsessed with of hers?
absolutely.
It's called Spooky Coochie. So if you could put that on your if you could put that on your list and report back. I would love to
I'm gonna
hear
have to
your
Google that.
reaction.
Spooky
It's really good. I
coochie.
actually super
How
love
do you
that song, but
How do you spell coochie? Spooky.
It starts with a
coochie.
C, right?
COOCHIE.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a note.
That's funny.
But
I'm
enough
gonna have
about
to Google.
coochies. Haley, what are you obsessed
Well, I don't know that I can follow that. Nothing of mine is very exciting. But okay, what am I obsessed with? Okay, so I also have 2 things. The first one is so I recently did a rewatch of How I Met Your Mother. We mentioned in previous episodes that I like to rewatch TV shows. I really enjoy rewatching like sitcom-y, like the short ones. So I recently did a rewatch of How I Met Your Mother and then remembered that the one of the creators of the show, as well as the actor who played Ted, they started a rewatch podcast last year. So I started listening to that. I have really been enjoying it. I've listened to other like rewatch podcasts that parts of them I like and parts of them I don't. I have mixed feelings about the Scrubs rewatch podcast. I really, really enjoyed the Will and Grace rewatch podcast. However, they only did the first 2 seasons because, so Jack and Will are the 2 actors that did that. They both got really busy in their work life, so they weren't able to take it beyond that. I am waiting for the day that they finish it. But so in the How I Met Your Mother one, they really do a deep dive into the characters and like how well thought out they were. They have a segment of that where they read letters from people around the world who send in messages about like how I Met Your Mother influenced them or changed their lives. And some of them are really, really sweet. And like the people, the podcast, they end up crying in it because it's really
Oh,
heartfelt and touching. So I really, really like that podcast. So if anybody's looking for a new podcast to listen to, highly recommend. And then the second thing that I'm obsessed with is comedian Robbie Hoffman. I'm not sure if you have seen her anywhere. She's currently in the new Steve Carell comedy on HBO called Rooster. She plays a freaking hilarious character. But she is a super funny comedian. She is I hope this is not offensive, but she's very Jewish. And if you listen to her speak, you would immediately understand what I mean. She was raised by a single mom. She had 10 siblings. They were very, very poor. Her wife's name is Gabby, and she previously was a contestant on like The Bachelor, very famously
Yes.
like dated, they joke about it all the time. She dated 24 men and now she's married to a woman. But Robbie Hoffman, she's so funny. The way that she speaks about her wife is so lovely. Like you can just tell that they genuinely enjoy spending time together. She talks about a lot, like what her experience was like growing up in a family of 10, being raised by a single mother, being very, very poor, and like how they like always find something to celebrate, even though they were living on welfare and they didn't have a lot of money. And anyway, she recently was on a podcast. I think the podcast was called Not Skinny, Not Fat, and gave a really great interview. She and her wife have a podcast, or maybe her wife has a podcast and she's on it sometimes. But yeah, if you're looking for just a really funny, she genuinely seems like a nice person. She also had like a small part in the TV show Hacks, which
love
may
that
also
show.
be on HBO. Yeah, love that show. Anyway, she's really, really funny. And I just really enjoy listening to her speak about really anything. It's so funny. She was talking about like when she travels by herself, she's like, I'm in the last row of the airplane in the cheapest seat. She's like, I bring my own water, I bring my own snacks. Like, I don't need anything from anyone. But then when she travels with her wife, like, she pulls out all the stops because she wants to, like, she really loves her wife and she wants to treat her well. So, anyway. Those are the 2 things that I'm currently obsessed with. I'm really looking for like joy in my life. It's been a really
Yes.
rough season, so looking for all those things that bring me joy.
All right, we're gonna manifest it in the next season, and summer is arriving, so nothing but
Yes.
sunshine and daisies are coming our
Yeah,
way.
it's like 80 degrees out today, so
Dang.
beautiful. All right. Any other thoughts about the things we might be obsessed with in this current phase of life or this week or this
Have you,
moment?
have you guys watched Hacks? That just makes me think of that, and I love that show. I
Mm-mm.
have to watch the new season, but it's really funny.
Yes, I'm also a season behind, but Hacks is also hilarious. Hannah Einbinder is also another really funny comedian. If you have some time, go and watch her sketch on the trees in California. It is freaking hilarious. Every time I see it, it cracks me up. Um, I don't want to like give too much away in case you do watch it, but she goes off about seasonal allergies and the trees in California, and it's really funny.
I'm
So
fascinated.
highly recommend.
Noted.
I thought of a new thing, okay, squirrel. Because I love Hacks, and then season 2 I think is coming out. Have either one of you watched Overcompensating either, where it's like this traditional jock in high school and he's like in the closet gay, and then he ends up becoming best friends with this girl at college and like comes out to her, but like is trying to live this double life still, and it's just their friendship and him just like stepping in it all the time, and it's hilarious. And Mary Beth Barone is a comedian, and she is his sister on the show. And I would totally recommend. It's
What
amazing.
is
I
that
love
on?
it. I want to say it's on Prime.
Is he in a frat?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I have seen that.
I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard. Like all the characters are just ridiculous.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna
It's a
have to
good
check
time.
that out.
Yeah.
I think I've seen like clips or maybe but yeah, also if you're looking for a funny show, Rooster on HBO, the new Steve Carell, freaking hilarious.
I need to watch that.
Spoiler alert, but episode 1, a house gets burnt down in a really funny way. If you're looking for something funny, it's a good one too. Perfect. Well, if we have no other things that we are obsessed with in the moment, we are going to move into the factory settings segment of our episode. Austin is going to lead this one because this was his suggestion, and my computer runs really slow because it's old and I'm poor. So I'm assuming that Austin's computer runs fresh as a brand new daisy. So we're going to let him lead this one so I don't get lost in the mess.
Yeah, well, this is funny. I feel like what this reminds me of is some of our native dynamics. I had forgotten that I suggested this survey, and then I had to ask what quiz we were doing. So, but I think actually I can give a shout out to my friend Jared, who was the origin source for this website, because there's a bunch of different quizzes on this particular site, myprimals.com. But we did the 99 question survey, but as kind of like a brief overview, this is a primal world beliefs survey. So the term primal world beliefs, or primals for short, refers to extremely simple beliefs about the world as a whole, such as the belief that the world is dangerous. It kind of gives you like a brief background, which include that psychologists studied primals off and on for decades, but didn't really put together comprehensive effort until like 2014. So at that point, there was a study, and they looked at a lot of data for it. And this website is kind of like, I think, a continuation of that effort to research through the University of Pennsylvania with the Primals Project. So, yeah, there's like 199 questions. Name of the survey. 99 questions out of 100. That, Haley, you mentioned did feel kind of like duplicative, but
Yeah.
sometimes I felt like I changed my answer.
I know. I felt
Same.
like it was like, okay, I think this is like the 7th time I've answered this question, and maybe I'm just crazy and they have reworded this in a way that maybe I should answer it differently. So I don't know how much like how accurate things are, because of maybe it wasn't reworded and I just thought maybe it should be. I don't know, but it was very interesting that all 99 questions were not completely different. That's for sure.
Do you think
Yeah.
they did that though to like work out the bias, to be like, okay, what's the baseline of these
Yeah.
questions, and we weighted them accordingly? Because I feel like that's definitely a thing that they do in like research studies.
Well, yeah, I did think about that, but then I was like, maybe they reworded it and I'm just missing something. So I may have answered this slightly differently because I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Fair.
it was interesting, but it also gave a lot of information that to like unpack. So we could probably take this
Yes.
piece by
Yeah.
piece. I guess a little context that it gives about the why do world beliefs matter. They indicate that, let's see here. Well, what was it saying? Just that, it can impact your behavior in different settings. So if you see the place as a battleground, you might interpret things differently, like becoming jumpy, or if your body gets ready for fight or flight. Or if you see the place as a playground, through play, you might feel good, you might make friends. So just your perceptions matter, I guess, is the context for these beliefs, right? So my high level overview of this, for example, is that I see the world less let's see here. Yeah, I see the world less as a safe, guided system and more as a fascinating, imperfect sandbox, worth exploring, questioning, and shaping, but not something that inherently takes care of you or makes sense on its own. That was like the high level. But then, like I said, it kind of give you a lot of things to break down that information. So, for example, one big, I guess, what result it'd give you was a good score, right? The good score was kind of at the top of this. It combined your sense of safety, how enticing the world was to you, how alive. And my score was a 3.2. What did you guys get?
I got a 3.13.
Oh.
I got a 3.39.
Well, someone should read the description shortly, but let me, I guess, just give context for the full range of this. So, for example, if you got a 0 to 1.99, you saw the world as a terrible world. So dangerous, dull, and mechanistic. Whereas if you saw it as like a 4 to 5.0, you saw it as a wonderful world. So a positive place where everyone kind of seems like tourists in their own homeland, etc. So, Haley, do you want to give the description for the? Do you have that up?
Yeah, so I think we all fell in the a nice world
Yep.
category. So it says it's a larger group, including the average American. So one of the questions they do ask is like what country you live in. Sees the world as a fairly nice place because they are in the population middle. They often see individuals on both extremes as unrealistic. However, they are also sometimes better able to relate to what the world looks like from any perspective because no world belief feels completely foreign. And then it goes on to like mention individual scores of like safe or enticing, and like how that would affect your overall score for good. One thing that I put my thing into, Chat GPT to have it give me a breakdown, and it said the overall good score puts you right in the world is decent, but I'm not naive about it zone. So you're not walking around in rose-colored glasses, but you're also not doom scrolling your way through life either. So the translation here is you're balanced, realistic, and able to see both sides without getting stuck in either extreme. So, which I feel, at least for me, makes a lot of sense. I do think that I can see, like I said, I've said before, like I like to play devil's advocate because I can't see both sides of things. So it made sense to me for me to be here.
Yeah, I thought that was the same for me as well. I wasn't really surprised by my good score. What about you, Danielle?
I'm surprised mine is higher than both of yours, to be honest with you, but I wasn't surprised that it was good.
What was it again? You got a 3.9?
3.9.
3.9. Well, you got a 3.9? Hold on a second.
No,
3.39.
So
She got a
basically
3.39.
3.4.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
mine
similar, though.
says you see the world as a fascinating, enjoyable experience that changes you, but it lacks depth and connection and a sense of mutual engagement with others.
And that also resonates with you, you feel like?
I would say so. I think a lot of it, they ask a lot of questions about religion, and I don't know that I have a deep tie to that, so that's probably where that's coming from. It gave me like five
Yeah, I feel like I
sentences
have the same through line.
to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it gave me like five sentences to go through like the different parts, right? So like the safe, enticing, alive. I guess it says you think the world is interesting and worth exploring. Your curiosity is on fire. The world feels good, but not deeply grounded. Growth is happening, but it's messy when it does. Connection is weak or inconsistent. And I think that's like the connection of like the fully like alive, right? Like you feel like there's a meaning and connection to everything. And then there's potential. It's just not structured yet. Which it did ask a lot of questions on if you think things can be made better. And I was like, I feel like that's just my default mode. So yes.
Yeah, those questions were interesting because sometimes they just felt extreme. And I was like, oh, I want to say yes, but based on the way this question is phrased, no, or vice versa. So I struggled a little when some of those questions came up. Anything else
Agreed.
stand out to y'all in reading through your results?
I don't know about my results, but I do think it's very interesting how they wanted you to give a hierarchy to everything. Like at the end, those questions
Yeah.
where it's like, would you rank people are better than others? Like, are groups of people better than other people? Do you think flowers are better than other flowers? And what was the other one? And I was like, oh, or religions. And I was like, we're really just going across the board on here. Like, oh my goodness. So I thought that was interesting to like play into the primal part, right? Like I want to know how that like translated into the results. And it doesn't really tell you.
Yeah, actually, question. I don't know why this made me think of this, but I distinctly remember certain types of questions were ones I most strongly reacted positively to, which for me were like anything regarding humor, like the world's a funny place. Like I was like, well, fuck yeah, definitely. If you can laugh, give a laugh. I feel like those were the only ones where I was like had the strongest reaction to. Do you feel like you guys saw any like types of questions in there where you were most inclined to be like,
What
yeah,
were
I feel like that.
your... Sorry,
Go
Austin,
ahead,
go
Daniel.
ahead.
All you, boo.
I was just gonna say, like, I did get like for beautiful and funny, like higher than three, but my top ones were interesting, pleasurable, and worth exploring. So it was very like
Mm.
curiosity driven, which doesn't surprise me because I feel like learning, I like hyperfixate on things and deep dive and like learning new things. But
Yeah, I think overlap with you. Funny was my highest one, but worth exploring and interesting, I think were my only other two relatively close to that, and certainly my highest. So agreed. What so with some of the quick analysis that we were doing on these results as well, with the highest ones being interesting, worth exploring, funny, and beautiful, to name a few, at least of the ones that overlap us. Uh, that would tend to indicate that we're more explorers than protectors in terms of like our outlook on life, which I do feel like is accurate.
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, there's a lot in there to like dive through, so it's interesting to see all the different ways it cut.
Which I think is into safety though. You like realize that, so it's not even a problem you're encountering.
What did you guys get for your alive score? What were you, Danielle?
1.86.
Holy. Oh, gee, I had a 2.36. We're a little more spread there.
Hmm.
For my 2.36, that I guess means that I lean towards events happening by chance, not for a reason, the universe not sending signals, quote unquote, and meaning being something humans create, not something built in. Yep. Hmm. What Danielle, you had the lowest score there of the three of us. Did it call anything for yours?
It says the 77% of the population have a higher score on it than I do. Um, it says those low and alive see the world as a machine with no awareness or intentions. Since the universe never sends messages, it makes no sense to try and listen to them. Just as machine parts are interchangeable, so too are people, and the world doesn't need you for anything special. Those high and alive would believe and think everything happens for a person or for a purpose. To them, life is a relationship with the universe, but that's what religious and people who are spiritual tend to see.
Okay,
I
so
mean, I'm
wait, so if
like, I'm sure I make a difference, but I don't think my life matters that much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the fact that I'm alive is going to change history. Everyone will forget me eventually, and that's fine. That's the course of life. So it is what it is.
wait,
I
so
don't
if
feel
I
like I
were
have an overarching purpose.
So wait, so if the three of us were on that spectrum, then Haley feels the most comparatively purpose driven from life, or what, like there is a more purpose, and you're on the far end of that, where you feel like you're on the lesser end of that, even though we're all relatively still kind of close. Is that accurate? Is that where we fell? I was in the middle.
Yes, you were in the middle.
Okay. Fascinating. I'm not surprised.
I'm surprised no one was higher though on that. I'm surprised I wasn't higher because I feel like I do sometimes feel like, oh, that's a sign from the universe, like leave it alone. Like I'm not gonna engage with that anymore, but that might just be excuses to be like, I don't feel like dealing with that.
Yeah, it could be a good coping mechanism. Well, good is relative. A coping mechanism.
But is it a reason? It'd be interesting for someone religious to take it and like compare. Do you know what I mean? Because none of us, I would say, are.
My highest was needs me, which is interesting. Yeah, that I feel like what stuck with me was that, and I was just reviewing this line, was that even though I don't think the universe has assigned me a purpose, I still feel like I could
Oh,
we just
Haley
respond
Haley
to.
left the podcast.
Oh,
I just made
wow.
time.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Yeah, I was like, not the problem this time. Oh, that's funny. Is she coming back? I don't know.
I don't know. Uh-oh.
She's back.
There she is.
All right.
Nathan, what were you talking about?
Yeah. I was just talking about how I could contribute meaningfully to the world, but I think this is a great segue to whatever our next section is.
Perfect. Well, my computer is going to die
battery's
soon.
dying.
So...
My phone's gonna die. So pitter patter.
Girl, where's your charger that I bought you?
That's a great question. It wasn't gonna die when we started.
So... What?
Nothing. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, the My Primals was wonderful. I'm so glad that we went over it. To your point, Austin, it was a long quiz. There's a lot of information in there. And we can always, I guess, pop back in if we're worried Danielle's phone is gonna die. Let's move into our last segment of the day, which is, are we ready for Taylor?
Wait.
Where we? Oh wait, hold on.
Are we not doing out-of-pocket questions?
Oh, I totally forgot about out-of-pocket question.
I'm only asking because I curated one.
Yes, we do need your out-of-pocket question, which means, Danielle, you're going to have to find a charger.
I'll be fine. I have 20%. We just have to be effective.
Oh.
Efficient.
Okay. Austin, where's your question? Let's go.
Okay.
So much chaos today.
I would just like you to know that this is a question straight from Moira Rose herself. But
love it. Yeah.
In the grand theater of your existence, what utterly pedestrian inconvenience have you elevated to tragic opera status?
Oh, that's a great question.
Do you want me to read it again? In the grand theater of your existence, what utterly pedestrian inconvenience have you elevated to tragic opera status?
Okay, I don't know if this counts, but I'm going to try it because this is also a very vague question, kind of. So I think that what I'm going to go with is any situation where I need to have patience and I just don't, and then I'm going to be really dramatic about it. So think like we talked about earlier, like standing in a line that I don't really want to be in, walking through crowds. I will run a mother effer down. Like, you're holding your hands, walking with your boo. I will part the seas. All right. I don't care about your love. And it really annoys Ryan, but I'm gonna go with that because, like I said, it's a kind of vague question, but also oddly specific. But I do think that I'm gonna be dramatic in that scenario. a lot because I don't have the patience for these things. So I'm going to start there. But if someone has like a better, more specific option, I might have to rethink my answer.
I do like that one a lot. I feel like that patience factor runs in our family.
Or lack
Yeah.
thereof.
Yep. That one's a close second for me, but I'll get back to mine. What was yours, Danielle?
I would say anytime I'm in pain, I'm just like, I have no patience. So back to that. But I'm just like, I am inconvenienced and I am dramatic and I am pissed off my body is betraying me, even though it's very, honestly, at the end of the day, minute and small and not that big
Yes.
of a problem. Other people have it much worse. I work with the healthcare and I literally saw open wounds on documents today. So like I do know that other people have it worse in the world, but my back hurts and I am inconvenienced and I'm dramatic about it and I don't care.
That is funny you say that. Okay, so I also agree with that. I feel like mine is flavors of both of yours combined in a way then, because mine is being tired in any way, shape, or form. I don't have time or patience to be tired, and it is like the worst feeling of being incapacitated ever. I'm like, why am I yawning? How can I solve this? Give me an upper. I don't know.
You really need Moira Rose in that. She's gonna have the perfect thing for you.
I have a question, Austin.
Yes.
How often are you tired? Do you feel like you're tired as a baseline, or is that like a feeling that comes on for you?
It comes on for me. It comes on for me,
Oh.
and I just am not here for it. It's my least favorite feeling. It's
I know
tragedy.
Haley's answer, but
What's
just a
Haley's answer?
baseline for you over there. Yeah, just
Well,
permanently
you know
tired.
what's funny is like it never used to be really a baseline, other than the fact that I liked to go to bed early. Like for the most part during the day when I'm awake. Now, I will say the older that I get, I am kind of battling like perimenopause and like figuring out, hormones and stuff like that. So I am more tired now than I probably have ever been previously. So now it is definitely more of a baseline feeling that like in the back, like my eyes are always a little bit sleepy. But that is a more relatively new experience for me, other than, like I said, the fact that I like to go to bed early, and that's always been the case for me. So,
That's
Danielle,
fair.
I know the answer for you as well, but do you want to explain your life feelings about
Oh,
being tired?
I'm always tired. I could have gone to bed at 10 a.m. today after sleeping all night, so it's fine. I've been getting much better at like sleep hygiene though, so I would agree, Austin. I feel like when I'm really tired though, it's like pain, right? Like it's an inconvenience to your body and it's really annoying. So, yeah.
Yeah, when Ryan and I first started dating, I told him like two things he needs to watch out for with me is that I'm always fed and that I get enough sleep. And if I don't have one, fix the other. Like, don't ever get us into a situation where I'm both, or you need to fix it, because that's when I will absolutely lose my mind. I do get hangry and I get very cranky when I'm tired. So, but the good news is like I can fall asleep anywhere. So if we're on an airplane traveling, I'll just pass out on the airplane. If we're in a car, I'll sleep in the car. Like we're in a crowded restaurant, I'll lay my head down and go to sleep. Like I don't really care. I just need to be able to do that, or get me caffeine, get me a coffee, energy drink. And then, the food thing is really important. I get hangry. So like you just need to know these things about me. I know them about myself. If I tell you I'm hungry, we got to solve that problem
20
real quick.
minutes.
Yeah, maybe not even, depending on how long I waited to tell you. Which typically I don't. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, it's like we need to find food, because depending on the situation, it could take a while. So yeah, those are things that could spiral into a problem really quickly.
I agree.
Great question.
Those all resonate for sure. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering.
Yeah. Love a good Moira Rose inspired moment. Okay, so now that we're finished with our out of pocket segment, man, I don't know what is my problem. I am so like out of it today, apparently.
Are you tired?
All right, so now
Are you thirsty?
tired, yeah.
Hungry?
Now we're gonna move into our final segment of the day, which is Are We Ready for Taylor? Where we break down a Taylor Swift song. The song this week that we are going to be talking about is Speak Now, from quite obviously her Speak Now album. Does anyone have any initial thoughts or feelings about this song, as well as what is your favorite lyric or set of lyrics?
So I'll just jump right
Actually,
in,
you know
guys.
what? I'm gonna go first because if my
You
computer dies,
go.
then I don't have to worry about
Great.
what my lyrics are. So I'm gonna be a super basic girl on my set of lyrics, which is going to be the bridge, which of course now I can't find it. Oh my god, you guys.
Get it
Is it the I'm not the
together.
kind of girl who should be really barging?
No, that's the chorus.
Oh, bridge.
Oh my god, you guys. What? Oh, okay. It's also like an iconic clip that's going around right now on TikTok. Like a lot of people are stitching, but it's oh my god, you guys, I lost it.
Don't say yes, run away
Does it
now.
start with don't say yes?
No, it's the horrified looks from everyone in the room. The part where she like actually stands up. I stand up with shaking hands, all eyes on me, horrified looks from everyone in the room.
Yes.
I love the visual of that. Like the whole song leading up to that point is like she can't believe she's there. It's a really sassy, like snarky song. I really enjoy it. She's kind of dissing the bride and her family through the whole thing, so that's really funny. I think it's like it feels like a natural continuation of the You Belong With Me story from Fearless, where he's with the wrong girl at that point. So like it feels like a natural progression of this relationship. And then it makes me think of New Girl, where Taylor Swift very famously starred in an episode of New Girl where she interrupts Cece's wedding by standing up in the middle of the wedding ceremony to steal the groom away. So I really love this song. Like I said, it's really like sassy, very like it has that like old school like young Taylor feeling, which is very nostalgic. But yes, in general, really love this song. And that is my favorite lyric. It's super basic to be the bridge lyric, but what are you going to do? All right, guys, take it away.
Danielle?
My brain just gave out.
This is why I'm going last.
Just tie it together. I would say she floats down the aisle like a pageant queen. I like that part. It's funny. It's very visual. And like you said, when Elaine and Shivrang, I can't talk. Oh my God, run away at the wedding together, and she's I don't care that your mother. Or that my mother's mad that I'm taller than you. Like I freaking love that show. I need to do a rewatch now. But
Yeah,
I love
New
the
Girl's
song.
great.
This album was the release for our Eras Tour show. So we had like the release videos. So I love Speak Now just in general. I mean, it's purple, my favorite color. It was our Eras Tour. We had a werewolf do a backflip on stage. And then she wrote very famously,
Kid
this
City
was the
Night
first.
One.
Yeah, this was the famously the first album that she wrote 100% by herself, and she won a whole bunch of awards for. And then frickin' Kanye. But anyway, Speak Now. Good time. Love it. Bops.
Yes.
So much lore. It's Dear John. Oh my God, sorry. Not even the song we're talking about, but the whole album. Now I'm just like on a Speak Now train. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, Dear John. I listened to that in the car on the way home. It's great. Great song.
I think we've discovered collectively today specifically that I have a bit of groundwork to do on her earlier albums. I just learned the name. What was it? Her first album? Debut.
So it's a self-titled album called Taylor Swift, but in the Taylor world, people call it debut.
Because it's her debut album.
Yeah,
thank you. Makes sense. I do like Taylor Swift a lot. Thank you. I do like Taylor Swift a lot, but I definitely wasn't into Taylor Swift, I think, through those first two albums, or you might just say unaware. Like I don't know that I had a lot of exposure, so I didn't come into Taylor Swift's music until Love Story, I think. And then I kind of like spiraled from there, but more like forward looking, kind of hopping over the Red Balloon one, and then jumping into future albums. Red, I don't know,
Did
was
you
it called
say
Red?
Red Balloon?
Red?
No,
Is it red?
it's
Called Red?
Just
definitely
Red.
red.
Thank you.
But Love Story's Fearless, so you've also skipped over this album.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So
But you could have also just heard Love Story and
that's
not the entire album and
I
then moved on with your life.
I think that's probably accurate. But I think like what you were saying, Haley, it gives me the same vibes as like You Belong With Me, Love Story,
Mhm.
kind of like similar pining themes. I will say when I listened to it today, I don't know that it stood out to me as a song I would re-listen to on Taylor's catalog. I'm going to have a contrary opinion here. And honestly, there was not a lyric in there that I wanted to showcase for
Okay, well, you have to
today's-
pick one, so find one that you
Oh
can
my
live with.
God. Oh, I got it. The first line, I'm not that kind of girl. That's my favorite lyric. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying it didn't resonate with me specifically in this moon rising, sun setting moment in my life, and so that's why.
I mean, listen, it's not my favorite Taylor Swift song ever, but it does. I love, like I said, I love the sassiness of it. So, but I enjoy your shout out. You're not the kind of girl, Austin.
Thank you.
Clearly.
I look like
Lord.
I took Danielle off. Danielle, did I traumatize you?
No. We said speak now, and you did.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is
Those
the
were
most
thoughts.
chaotic episode. And we've had a lot of chaotic episodes. Oh
Just living up
gosh.
to the brand.
That's right. Well, the edit of this is going to be super fun. Let's see how much of it I was there for but not recording.
Could be a
I'm
10-minute
special.
long episode.
It's going to be great. All right. Any final thoughts on Speak Now before we wrap some stuff up and
No,
move on
I'm now
with our
done
lives?
speaking. We can move on.
Nope.
You know, my intention was to have a fun little joke to honor cousin Jason as we did in the previous episode, but unfortunately my computer has died, so I don't have a joke to tell. So unless somebody has one like off the cuff, we'll have to
Yeah, I was
save
like,
that for next
no
week.
pressure. Good Lord.
Yeah, I had one prepared, and that, well, you know, I had a lot of things prepared for today, and that just
Clearly.
didn't happen. So, we're just gonna save that for next week. Along those lines, I don't remember the factory setting personality trait that we're going to be going over next week, so that's going to be a surprise for everyone. However, I do remember the Taylor Swift song, which is "Who's Afraid of Little Old Me." We're going to go
Yay.
over that one next week. Love me some TTPD. So that is our Taylor Swift song. Any final thoughts, feelings, grievances, or any other general wonderingments before we close out this especially
Yes.
chaotic session?
Did you
relatively
intentionally
chaotic.
pick the most poppy song on that album for Austin?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
But I'm very hopeful that Austin has heard it, and if not, he's in for a treat.
His face says no.
We'll find
But
out
I'm really
That means he's
excited
not
for
heard
him.
it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you next week.
We'll find out. There's a lot of great lyrics in that song, a great vibe to that song. And yeah, so
In theory.
with that, we will sign off. Yeah, in theory. Not next week. I think we're skipping next week. We're going to move into an every other. Summer's here. We are a lot busier than we were in the winter, which sounds crazy because we were already busy, but that's just the nature of life. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks to chat with you all about whatever the heck we were supposed to be chatting about, and I just don't remember. And yeah, we'll see you next time.